Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or hi if you're new. Today I'm doing my October wrap-up. I don't have all of these books with me because they were returned back to the library because all of the books I read in October were library books. So, without further ado, let's get started. I have here 23 or 22 books that I read in October, which was shocking. I read more than I thought I did. So I'm gonna name you the book and the what I gave it. I don't have the authors, but if I can try and remember the authors, I will say them. So I'm pulling up my Goodreads right now for the, authors. One second. Excuse me. Okay. Excuse me. The first book I read in October was The Burning Sky, and this was by Sherry Thomas. It's the first book to the Elemental trilogy, and I gave that a 4 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it. So it's kind of gives me Harry Potter vibes from the book. So if you like Harry Potter a lot, you most likely won't like this. But it involves the elements and magic, and it is set in a school setting. So that's interesting. But I enjoyed it. I just haven't read the second book yet, so not this month. Maybe another month, but we'll see. Then I read a bunch of the Treehouse books. I want to read them all. So I read Mummies in the Morning, Civil War on Sunday. I read Revolutionary War on Wednesday, and I read Afternoon on the Amazon. Those were the first 4 books that I read, and I gave all of those a 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read Frost Like Night by Sarah Roshi, and I gave that a 5 out of 5 stars. That's the 3rd book in the Snow Like Ashes trilogy, and I really enjoyed it. So I will leave, if I have reviews for any of these, I will leave them down below, or my blog down below. So, and then I read more Magic Treehouse books. I read Pirates Past Dune, Tonight on the Titanic, Hour of the Olympics, The Day of the Dragon King, Sunset of the Sabretooth, Winter of the Ice Wizard, Caravel at Candlelight, Good Morning Gorillas, Seasons of the Sandstorms, Blizzards of the Blue Moon, and Dragon of the Red Dawn, and I gave all of those a 4 out of 5 stars as well. That was the last Magic Treehouse book I read. Then I read Renegades by Marissa Meyer, and I gave that a 5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it. Oh my, I want the second one like right now, but it's not out yet. I don't think. It's coming out very soon. But this book is about a group of renegades who act like heroes, but they're technically not. They're heroes in a way, but they're also villains. So it's crazy. And our main female character wants vengeance of her family because this is not a spoiler. It's right at the beginning of the book. They were all killed in front of her when the renegades said they would protect her family, but they all were killed. Her mother, her father, and her baby sister. So she wants vengeance of them. So she's trying to get that. Then I read Vicious by V.E. Schwab. That was another one I really enjoyed. That there was no hero in this at all either. They're both villains. They were started out as college roommates, Victor and Eli, and they wanted to gain extraordinary powers. So they end up succeeding in that, and things go from there. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. It did take me a little bit to get into the book, so that's why I didn't give it a full 5, but I did give it a 4. So, and I have Vengeful that I'm hoping to read soon here. Then I reread Truthwitch by Susan Dennard, and I gave that a 4 out of 5 stars as well. I enjoyed it more the first time around because I didn't realize there were pirates in the book. So, and I like a good pirate book. So, this is pirates and witches all in one. So, that was exciting. Then I read Sight Witch, which is a little novella or short story. It's 2.5. So, thinking I should have read the second book before this, but oh well. I gave that a 4 out of 5 stars as well. I enjoyed it. It's one of the side characters, Fiber. You meet her on the ship that she's on in Truthwitch. So, it's about her and all of that stuff. The illustrations in it were amazing. I do have a reading vlog up where I'm reading that book and show you guys some of the illustrations. The next book I read, I was a little disappointed about because I was hoping to love it. I think it was because of the audiobook, because I listened to it, and maybe I should have read it instead. But I listened to City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. I liked the concept. Trigger warnings in this book for drowning because my main character has a near-death experience of drowning. And that's why she can see ghosts. I did enjoy it, but I think I would have enjoyed it more if I physically read the book, which I may have to go back and get the physical book and read it that way. The last book I read that I finished this month was The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, and I gave that a 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed that book. It's 1,000 pages long, and I read it in 2 months. It was crazy. It was a whirlwind of a ride. The world building is crazy. The characters are insane. There are so many stories within one story that it gets confusing at times because you don't know whose perspective you're reading from. This is a multiple point of view book. So be warned going into this book if you have not read it already. So I am not picking up the second book this month. I will most likely pick it up next month. But we'll see. But yeah, that is all I read for October, which is crazy. It's a lot of books. I read 23 books in October, which is insane. That's the most I've ever read in a month. So, oh, and I'm going to tell you the 2 books I'm currently reading right now. I am currently rereading Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I am behind on the reread. I should be on Crown of Midnight by now, but I was sick for 2 weeks, so I didn't want to do anything. I am on page 182. So So I'm hoping to finish this today since I'm at home and not at work. So I'm going to try and knock this book out today. And then I also have started Warcross by Marie Lu. My copy of Wildcard should be coming to me from the library soon, so hopefully I will have that as well. And I'm not very far. I'm only on page 8 in this book, so I'm hoping to get far into this today as well. So those are the 2 books I'm currently reading. Let me know how you guys did in October. What are you guys reading? I would love to know down below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.